Ezer, the title of your speech is The Joys of Serving in the Children's Ministry.
Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow club members and guests, honored guests. And my speech for tonight is the joy of serving children's ministry. For those who don't know, for a guest who don't know, impromptu speech, it's a speech given at the onset. You have no way to prepare. And usually, for a minute or half a minute, there's silence. Writing notes. Yeah, writing notes. But I chose to rant and talk while I think. So, it would be awkward if I'm silent and everybody's silent. And, it won't be fun. And the joys of being in the children's ministries actually is, I would say, a very good thing for me. It was an opportunity that I really appreciate and really loved. It helped me a lot. It humbled me. It made me see, other people who are willing to help, teamwork. It also made me rethink my way of doing things. The first years when I was told to be in the children's ministry, I concentrated on the lessons, the importance of the lessons, the programs, and how to, probably the word is better, teach or impart the biblical lessons to the kids. And probably after about 3 or 4 years later, I found myself a little burned out, tired because of doing the same thing over and over again. And then I got a little trouble also because, sometimes every week I was the one assigning myself. And there were times that I never, attend the services and always be in the children's church because I felt I had to be dedicated. But then somewhere in the middle about 2006 and 2007, through prayers and through, maybe radio messages and other messages, I heard that it's not important sometimes the lesson, it's the way you teach the kids. The most important thing is to show them the love of Christ. And I have two separate groups, if you know. One are the nursery kids, ranging from age 3, as this year, to 7 years old, my daughter Annika. And then we have the 5 guys, the young adolescents, Jake, Dean, Bobby, John, and David. And so I found out a way how to make it more interesting. And for the younger kids, I found it to make it a bit more fun and interesting. Instead of, just like being a teacher, like describing the lessons into their minds, and they get bored or they get tired. And I found out that if I make it fun, if I ask the teachers to make it fun, add activities, add games, and it is being a real joy because the kids enjoy the lessons and and the variety. And for the older younger adults, we also tried the standard curriculum. And of course, guys, they're not into arts and crafts, and they will do a little bit, but they're not really into it. And I really struggled. But now, about 2008, 2009, I asked our pastor and other leaders how to do it, and I found out that our men here, our elders and other guys here, I could use them to tell them probably some of their life stories. And there were 2 topics that stood out, The first topic was, why was I a Christian? And the second topic was, why am I still a Christian? And so, as they imparted those things, and, and I saw that, they engaged with the kids. And then I felt joy because I felt something was accomplished, that not only that I'm there to teach, but not only a teacher, but maybe like a coach, like someone who encourages person, and someone when you see that they themselves develop on their own, or are using their minds and thinking, and that's it. And last week Stephen Golden was there, and he was very happy, because he challenged them, basic questions. What do you think? Is video games more important than God? Tell me the answer. And the kids were, oh, how do you feel that? And so practical answers and everything, and I found out that we could do it in this way. And I know I'm thankful for all my volunteers, and that's it. And without them, and without your advice, and the leaders, I would not be here serving in the children's ministry. And they are our future. And as you know, our band, the teens now who were kids before, someday these kids will be in the band, and someday, whether you like it or not, they will replace us. So what a joy to see them standing here and doing what God intended them to do. Thank you.